Welcome back to the All In Show.
Yeah.
I am your host, Hollywood Harwell.
Yeah.
With me, I got the livest, the
Yeah.
dopest,
Yeah.
the latest, the hardest working.
Rested, bro.
What's up, bro?
Had to
Bro,
take a
Dusty,
little
how you
break.
feel, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm great. Great today. Got some sleep, got some rest.
Good.
Here with some legends.
I got cussed out in the inbox quite a few times. Why y'all cancel that show?
Did they?
No.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was
No,
tired,
I just wanted you
man.
to tell on yourself.
Man, I was tired. I'm sorry. But we got two legends here, man.
Man, bro. Returning
Legend.
For
We
sure.
got a new one.
Definitely,
Slid on
definitely.
in.
Smooth.
Slid. We done seen him working out a few times, too, for the
For
couple
sure.
episodes. So we want appreciate you coming on in, man.
Of course, man. Happy to be here.
But we don't introduce the legends.
That's right. So, if you could give us your name, and I can keep going through with you, your hometown, your zodiac, what would you recommend as a must-read book, and if you have an iPhone or an Android? You want to go first? You want him to? You got it? So your name?
So my name is Colin, and I'm from
Time out. It's Colin Baki Tedford. Baki Pitbull.
Baki Pitbull. Okay.
Baki
Okay.
Pitbull
Yeah,
Tedford. Yeah.
But I'm from Kankakee, Illinois.
What's up?
Yeah.
And man, if I had a book to recommend, a book that really like just changed my whole perspective on everything is "Think on These Things" by
Jiddu Krishnamurti.
yeah, man, just really like
Life change.
Yeah,
Okay. What's your zodiac?
my zodiac's a Gemini.
Gemini.
Okay.
We
Two
rock
of
with
y'all.
Geminis.
Two of y'all. Okay, for sure.
The double up for sure. And do you have an Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming.
I was on the
boy.
streak. I think we going.
Yeah.
I already know we finna be known.
I personally think Androids are too complicated.
Man,
You heard that? Well,
Man,
you heard that,
man,
right?
I can't, man.
It's too
I need an
complicated.
iPhone, man. iPhone, man. iPhone. If y'all got an Android out there,
I'm gonna need you
just
to.
switch
Every
over.
time you say iPhone, I need you to mute it out.
Just switch over.
And again, we don't introduce the legends.
Return.
Your name,
Kris
hometown.
Calmese. I'm from, well, I gotta say two places: the South Side of Chicago and Pacesetter of Riverdale.
Okay.
Okay.
Woods Hood.
Um,
No, Riverdale's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, that's my
Nah,
that's the crib, man.
Nah. Your zodiac again?
Aries.
Okay.
Time.
I'll-
We need to quit asking
You
when he
cool,
come
as
on.
you cool with all the Aries, but you don't like them.
I'll be 46.
Why are you surprised? You think it was gonna change?
I'll be hoping he tell me something different.
46?
Yeah.
That's what's up, my boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you recommend as a must-read book?
The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
I was just finna say, if he don't say that book,
Or The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra.
yeah,
I got both
that
of
one's
those.
that's the life-changing book. That's the first book you put me on.
woof.
That's the book I always recommend when somebody like,
Man.
I don't know, life is hard. Yeah, let me help you do it,
That
man.
one's it's dope. He said it in the foreword. He put success in there just to get people's attention when he really just meant life.
Yeah.
Like just like essential tools, that people need to put into words. It's really well put together.
The basic way to live as a human.
Yeah, without all the extra stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the book I always say I would recommend.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Profound one. Yeah.
Is that why you
Now, I
asking
normally
books
read,
because you
nah.
told people I couldn't read? Is that why you... I just thought about that, bro.
Bro, I heard you were still in
I just
accelerated
thought-
reader points.
Oh.
Don't make me tell the truth. Don't make me put you out there, dog.
Man, bro, this is
No, you know I don't mean it.
Bogus, bro. Just told the whole world I couldn't read. Now you asking
Hey,
y'all
man.
favorite books.
I never said he couldn't read. I said he didn't spell well.
this-
Now all of a sudden it
It be
turned
your
into
own
can't
friends,
read, bro.
Crazy.
I mean,
What's the difference between reading and can't? It's a huge difference between reading and can't spell
Man,
well.
you got an iPhone or Android, bro.
I got an Android because an iPhone can't handle my life.
It's too
Every
simple.
show it's a different reason, bro.
Still on
It
the
can't
street.
handle my life, man.
You back on?
Still on the street.
An iPhone's got to be handle my 220 pounds of landing on it from falling off from a bar or something.
Yeah.
And iPhone's just you can
Sit it-
sneeze
you
on
can
that
just
thing.
sit it down right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But when you got 13, 14, 17 people all working out at the same time, and then you got one pubescent young man that's like, I need somebody to challenge me. And I'm like, let's go.
For sure.
Let's go. I'm
don't
not
think
thinking
about
about
sitting
nothing
out
like
there.
that. Let's get over. Let's go. Let's see if you can beat me.
Book. What you recommending? Must read.
Bro, you know what? Shout out
you
to
a reader.
Cornell. Shout out to Cornell, man. He came on the show and recommended Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Yeah, that's a good
I
book.
bought the book after the show, but I still ain't read it, bro.
Yeah, that one hurt my feelings. Realizing
How you gonna recommend the book recommended to you?
I
You
bought
ain't
it.
read.
Man, the next day I bought it and still ain't read it. And then there's another book too by Ann Robinson, y'all.
For sure. Oh, look at you, smooth.
Yeah. Kankakee, well, high
Bestseller. Amazon.
Bestseller. He from here, from poverty to moving on up. The Ann Robinson story.
that's dope.
Yeah, so
man.
check him out, man.
I need to go get that. That's awesome.
Show coming soon too.
I'll let you read my
Came
copy.
on the show
I
a
got you.
couple.
And then you can get one.
And,
No, I'd rather just buy one to support the brother.
I said then you could go get one, but you know.
Y'all definitely can go.
Just
He
jump
everywhere
on my
too.
show.
Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Go pick him up, check him out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Definitely
man,
good.
great one so far. I'm definitely gonna finish it up, give him a little report on it too. But
Yeah.
I gotta get back on my reading, man, for sure.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Let him
for
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Good
Sounds-
dude, good
Yeah, real good dude.
But again, we appreciate you brothers coming, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially the ongoing series, because it's a lot of people who say, "Yeah, I seen that Kris episode.
Yeah,
I didn't know."
yeah,
Yeah. You should go see him. Yeah, you should go see him. So,
You know what I get a lot of? It's
What's
like this one woman. Actually, a bunch of people said it, but this one woman really said it well. She said, "I didn't agree with anything you said. I kind of wrote down notes, things you said, and I looked them up. Don't
Just to
matter."
challenge you, huh?
She was like, "Don't matter if I agree. It's real."
what it is.
She
Yeah.
was like, "So I changed my eating habits in the evenings and stuff like that." And she was like, "I immediately slept better and immediately lost a few
Especially
pounds."
that
That's
after
awesome.
6
Real.
o'clock.
Immediately.
You said,
Yeah.
you said stop drinking water after 6. When I actually do that, I don't wake up. And I
Yeah,
have to do
you out.
nothing.
Yeah, you like out.
But I know, like, when I'm eating late, I'm like, man, I'm gonna pop up in the morning.
Yeah, and you gotta get up to pee. You gotta,
Yup,
you pop
yup.
up early. It's just consistent. This other brother I know that's out in Texas, went to college with him. Whole health change. Like so many people, like just the simplest things that I think people need this information. You know what I mean? I think they need it, and being in a town where health really has been a thing that's been on the back burner for the most part. I mean, they're like legends out here who like fought for like Mike Newman. You know what I mean? Like guys have been out here.
Shout out to Mike Newman. That's
Yeah,
a great
man.
dude.
He's been fighting the struggle for a long time out here.
Yeah.
And the town really like hadn't grasped the idea really well. And so like just joining the health force out here, realizing how little people get, I figure start here and maybe people in other areas who need to learn the stuff will get it too.
That makes sense.
Shout out to y'all in my fault, bro.
Oh,
Shout
you
out to y'all
got
in the comments. I know we had a few people come on in. Sean Keys, showing some love, telling everybody that you in the mall. So let everybody know, where are you in the mall?
Oh, so we're on the north end of the mall, by the food court. I have a plant-based restaurant where all of our food is made from scratch. We don't include high fructose corn syrup, preservatives or additives. There's no hormones, no cholesterol, none of the fillers, none of the addictive things that lobbyists are paid to pay money to make sure that people are consuming, so they cause us more illness. We intentionally avoid as many of those subjects as possible. And even over the time since we've been open, we've learned from some of our customers certain things that we didn't know about certain products and changed that too.
Definitely.
Like we had a bread one time
Yeah.
that we found out that there was an ingredient in there that really wasn't appropriate. And so we made a complete switch to all our breads to get all sprouted grain, all 100% whole grain and whole wheat bread.
I think that's like in a way beautiful, because like, you're meeting so many different people that you kind of gain a perspective on, and you just improve as
I
like
agree.
a lifestyle.
It's one thing to be able to be knowledgeable, but it's a whole nother thing to be receptive as you're knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So you're changing along with the people you serving.
Yeah.
know?
I mean, like you taught me that actually. Like over the years, it's like Ryan saying, like, you gotta meet people where they at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want them where they at,
Man, I ain't want to take no credit. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
When I first met Kris, bro,
I was like,
I'm like, yeah,
Hey,
I
man.
really, and I was doing great. I'm like, I don't really. He like, no, you gotta.
man,
I was like,
that was when I was doing like
Oh, you don't like that?
no. I took it. Ask him. I took it.
Okay.
I took
right,
it.
but you don't like that,
Then
right?
I was like,
That's crazy,
I liked
ain't
it.
it?
I liked it a little bit. A little bit.
That was also when I was doing like 1,000 pull-ups in 90 minutes.
Bro, you was
once
raging,
a
yeah.
month. I was like,
It was raging.
I was on
Workout
hard.
raging.
Like, yeah, I was like so on. I was like, man, this plant-based thing got me juiced. I'm about
He be
to
like,
use it all.
Hold on 1 minute. I'm finna do 1,000 pull-ups real quick. I'll be right back. Just don't move.
Don't
bang
move.
out
For
like
1,000 pull-ups.
5 pull-ups.
6 minutes later, you come back like, whew. Yeah, you just do 100 10 times,
And then you good.
No,
every
I
minute.
You good.
And you good.
I used to start with 40 or 50 in a row.
I remember.
And then I do like sets of 10 or 15 every 30, 45 seconds. Then it's 10 every minute. It was like obsessive. I was so serious about it. And then it dawned on me, like, listen, like, people really are not interested in, like, the concept of taking better care of the meat suit that their soul is encased in. And so I had to like find out how to help them to learn how to be interested.
Gotta come way down, back to the beginning.
Right.
And stay at the beginning for a while.
So I figured the way to do that is to just kind of serve the people who kind of already get it a little bit and then like show the results.
See the results,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, like Dr. J, Dr. Dre, dude, man, I challenge anybody over the age of 65 to race this 69-year-old dude.
That's
Fast,
the same
son.
dude you was talking about. last
Bro,
time.
He's supposed to race you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm serious though. Like I was like, man, I really gotta run.
He
if I'm gonna
fast,
beat
bro?
this dude. Yeah,
Nah, there's one time Kris had asked me to race him, dude, and I see him do like one of his sets, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't even know if I can see
You know what?
fly
Oh,
on,
None of the problems.
He's like,
you know what
and he's
I'm
like,
Shout out to the doctor.
perfect form too. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, man. So
power.
he's the longest standing client I have, and then I got like a myriad of like folks all over the place that like really, and then so folks started to get it a little bit, you know, and
You know what you don't give yourself enough credit for? And I had to cut you off to give you this. You the trainer's trainer. Right? So it's no disrespect to any other trainers.
Like your
who
rapper's
help-
favorite rapper.
Like your rapper's
Yeah, the
favorite rapper.
trainer's
Kris is the
favorite trainer.
trainer's trainer. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not going to put no names out because I don't know who's, pride and egos. I see somebody who I'm going through my journey at the time, and they like a regular person like me, like, yeah, da-da-da-da. And they like, oh, well, try this and try that and try this, right? And then 2 weeks later, I see them come to Kris like, yeah, I told him to try this and try it. Kris be like, well, I don't know, because I told him, oh, okay, that's why he was saying that. All right.
Yeah, I already told him.
You know what I'm saying? Or they see me doing a workout like, I don't know if that's how you supposed to. I'm like, Kris kind of told me to. Then I see them talking to Kris, go work out with him for a day. A month later, Kris got them doing exactly what he told me to do. And I just be sitting there laughing like, yeah. But that's a big honor, man. The trainer's trainer, You don't give yourself enough credit for it.
Yeah, I ran into that whole ego thing with people, like everybody's bothered with like having learned it from someone else. And like you didn't make it up. I didn't make up what I learned.
Somebody trained you.
A lot of people trained me. Like I learned from a lot of people, and through training myself and working out with people who knew more than me at the time. And as I remember, I'd already had a bunch of fights, done ring fighting and all of that. And this dude who had never stepped a foot in the ring was like, "You're gonna train people and you don't even know what your muscles look like?" I was like, "Ouch." I never thought about that. I don't sculpt or bodybuild or nothing like that. And I realized where my lane was, Like I know, like I noticed I've ended up going into the subject really hard for a few years, and then I realized like it's not my lane. Like let them have that. It's not really a healthy space. You can try to do it as healthy as you can, but it's not really a healthy
It's not a
space.
long-term health.
Nah, yeah, all injuries and stuff shorten your life. They all end up having heart attacks and strokes and such. So,
Yeah.
I learned, and a lot of people, man. I mean, from folks who prepare food to people who train athletes to actually medical doctors too. Like, and we went through trainings and I taught them things, and folks taught me things, and it's just how it is. It should be that way. You can't feed or train all 380 million people.
Plus, everybody doesn't have the same. They don't absorb knowledge the same way.
Right.
So your approach may not work. His approach may work, or his approach may work.
Right. Yeah, or like not even just the approach, like the person. You know what I'm saying? Like people think with race. People think with skin tone. People think with body size. People think with how much money do you look like you have?
Right.
You know, and so
You mean what they gravitate towards? Or
no, they think that way. They look at that as like an ideal, and so
If you look like you got a lot, they may listen.
right,
To
Okay,
or
I see,
like
yeah.
If you looking dusty, they may not take your
Right.
word as much, even though you may know more information as that person that may look like.
right,
You know,
or
so-
go on like so. Say take one young man who has been a trainer for for 5 years. He became a trainer when he was 21. So he was 26 years old, in the best shape of his life. And then he meets another person who's 350 pounds, who used to weigh 600 pounds, who learned personal training, who's been a trainer for 15 years.
Right.
Who's like a big giant person.
Right.
Who knows more and who's experienced more?
You would
know
assume
what
the
I mean?
person who lost the weight and has the time.
Right, but people will look at the
And look at the
smaller,
kid,
shredded
yeah.
young guy.
Right. And
be
He's like
like,
26 and be like,
he know what
he know what he's doing because he's got abs and stuff.
I remember
Younger,
somebody once
yeah.
told me that. Yeah, I remember that.
It's super wild. Like it's a dangerous thing to do because you like waste years of time.
Yeah,
You even affect your body negatively. Like you got women who are in their 50s and never worked out a day in their life, and this person threw her right into burpees, bad knees,
Yeah, and we don't know if her
Bad
muscles are
back.
stretched.
shoulders
Her
are not
water consumption.
Shoulders are not even strong enough to push up. You know. So like, and then she
She
came
ain't gonna
in,
come back after that.
and she actually, I'm still trying to convince her to work out again. She won't go into another gym again.
Yeah.
And there's that too.
And
So,
that's
like,
understandable.
the reality is, you can't guess how to train your body right long term. You really either need to go and learn from a real trainer, get a trainer, or become a trainer. There's you in the in there right. Those are your options, you know.
Right.
And then that's why you have all the people with something's wrong with my back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking a break. No man, you've been just doing bicep curls all the time, and your back is doing this, and you're doing
Just
bad
worn out
for
of that
the growth,
same repetition for
and
days,
You think you're
and
doing it right, and you know you really
Right.
just destroyed yourself. You know, and you never worked on your knees, you never worked on your ankles, but you're on the treadmill. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
There's so many different points that people miss that they require. I mean, you should go see a trainer like once a week, get refreshed, learn your stuff, then go do your thing on your own.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, you gave us a list of topics. I hope I make you proud. As we sat down and figured out how we're going to approach it. And the first thing you wanted to talk about were UPFs.
Yeah.
What is a UPF?
So I'm still training the staff and our guys on.
Oh, so you
on the
work
subject.
you work with
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colin's our up and coming future of everything. Right?
Okay.
We're working on building the squad, but he so far is the leader out of this.
That's what's up. Good dude.
Love
So-
to hear, dude.
The ultra processed food is like the mission now.
Okay, UPFs, ultra processed
foods. It's the approach now. What I'm doing. So,
Okay.
I've found that over the years of like going to different restaurants and places to eat, everybody uses some nonsense. Some juicers add orange juice and apple juice. This is horrible for you. For people who have diabetic issues of blood. And
Like we're
insulin resistance.
talking about the sugary stuff.
The sugar,
Yeah.
just
Right.
sugar, just putting sugar in everything. Just sugar on this and sugar in that and pouring sugar. And it's the complete opposite. I don't care if you call it vegan. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're still causing diabetes and and regressing further into that direction.
Right.
And on top of the sugar are the preservatives and the additives and these things that the body cannot possibly identify. And it makes your body bloat and store fats and not address the nutrition that you're consuming because it's so busy focusing on the inflammation needed for the things you ate. And your
Right.
gut flora, the living bacteria in your stomach, gets decimated from the consistent consumption of ultra-processed foods.
Something as simple as adding the juices,
All of
processed
it, yeah.
juices
Not
into
just
a
that, like,
smoothie.
yeah, and then like the difference between like if you eat carcasses, if you have a steak from a farm locally, and if you eat a burger from anywhere,
Right.
those two things are not the same thing. They're not. You can go to
A butcher.
a farmer and ask for a male cow and have male testosterone in your flesh when you eat it. In the stores, it's all females. So we're all getting, if you eat meat, nothing but estrogen.
Right.
And your body has its own levels, and over time, a all that estrogen consumption over years and years and thousands of pounds of it every year,
Right.
it affects the body negatively, which is why you're supposed to source your meats ethically in a certain type of way that doesn't make you restricted to factory farming. Okay. Factory farming creates ultra-processed foods.
Say it again.
Factory farming creates ultra-processed foods.
So what is factory farming and
Those
why is that
big,
bad?
giant buildings where there's like 1 million cows and 1 million pigs that get their throats slit on the line, and then they bleed them out and such, and it's a bunch of females always taking the calf and the baby from the mom and then turning that one into meat too, and then milking the moms like crazy, taking the milk from them. The mom who never actually had sex with the one who got her pregnant, but they actually inseminated her, so she's like Mary from Joseph. So like it's really, she's like just one day like, why am I with child?
Yeah.
God did it, you know? Like,
Right.
But don't worry, your kid will be dead soon. But that's the subject, you know?
Right.
And then even the milk that you buy in stores is not actually healthy in any way, shape, or form.
Cow milk or all milk.
Cow milk.
Okay.
It's a man-made product. All of it is.
Blue top or the red top?
All of it is.
Is that considered ultra processed food as
Yes.
well? Wow. Okay. So how do I know if I'm eating ultra processed foods?
Could you find the ingredients in a normal household?
Okay.
What it's made of? Could you find it in a normal household? Could you find?
I can't find red dye.
Right. Could you find monosodium glutamate on the counter on the shelf as
Mom,
a
can you hand
seasoning?
me the...
Right? Can
That's how you say it.
I get some high fructose corn syrup on my French fries? Right?
Right.
You know? There's a whole long list of them, you know, and so people have taken it lightly, so much so that we still think cancer is random. We still think that. It's proven wrong. It's already wrong.
Scientifically been proven
It's
over and over.
been proven, yeah. Through our consumption, the consumption before conception, the consumption during conception, and after. Nobody wants to hear that, but it's an absolute fact.
No,
What you eat affects the development of the child you're growing. So I have a list of women over the years. I taught recipes to blending juice, fruits and vegetables to help their kids get accustomed to eating produce growing up, so that it affects their development of their brains, and they don't end up becoming addicted to sugars their whole life.
Right.
Addicted to processed foods their whole lives.
So processed foods, ultra processed foods are addicting. You had to sit up.
So Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all the big companies, they have these people called lobbyists. These lobbyists, they approach the United States government and they say, we should be allowed to serve these drinks because they are below this certain amount of toxicity level that you said we're supposed to stay under.
Okay.
And then the courts say, okay, fine, you're right. But after that product hits the market, the other things that are also in there turns out cause all kinds of problems. And then the people find out, and then they get called back because it's going to get banned in some way, and then they lobby again, paying money, so that they can change it and add another chemical or keep it the same. So like they're paid to pay.
We've already
to
made
keep
this
it in our
list keep.
stream.
Yeah.
So then go
Hush
further.
up, hush up.
Go further.
Hush up that look
The
girl.
creators of the foods are scientists who are paid to create drugs in the food to make you addicted to it beyond your personal will. All of them.
That makes sense.
So like when
Potato
people
chips.
say like, oh, I didn't have any willpower,
Yeah.
it's not your willpower. It's like telling somebody who's on heroin to just stop today. It's that serious, and people don't know. There are whole books and researchers that prove this. They've taken twins on several different occasions and fed them both different diets. One developed full-blown cancer throughout the system. Another one was healthy as all hell.
Wow.
The difference is it's ridiculous. One
diet.
gained like 50 pounds, the other one lost 20-something pounds. You know, and the fact that everyone, when introduced the subject at all, they all say, "You gotta die of something somehow."
Yeah.
But why do we all have to succumb to only our habits that we've developed back when we cared less about ourselves? years?
Right.
You know, why should your whole life be limited to the result of the old days when you didn't even care about waking up at 2 p.m. because you got wasted all night for the last 7 days you were kicking with your friends, you know?
Right.
You developed those habits then. You had developed them back when you were 5 and 6 years old.
Right. When they kept giving you the juices.
Right.
And the
you have to like
crackers.
And it's hard because it's significant as people who can't stop smoking crack. And so, and it's done legally by massive companies, and this is not my opinion. Look it up.
Yeah. There's quite a few documents out there.
There's that you can
massive.
Watch.
There's
There's so many books and documentaries, and it's caught up to us all. They're like we are all succumbing in some way, shape, or form, practically, to what we're doing to ourselves.
Okay, so you said anything that I can't find in my cabinets that I can't just naturally get.
Yeah, that's a simple explanation. Yeah, so like
maybe say like a garden. If I can't naturally go out and find it.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Yeah.
And then, but also too, like all food you buy at stores are processed in some way.
Right.
So that's why I say ultra processed. Like a banana isn't like that in the tree.
Right.
In the bush. It's not like that at all. Cashews, they're in a bag, they are not like that.
Right.
Pulled from the fruit. So like there is some processing that's required in order to make food edible.
Right.
A lot of foods. But ultra processed foods have a fraction of the actual nutritional benefit to them. And they add fake things to it. Even fake nutrients to be able to say that it's B vitamins, but it's really not. Like the body
that's how iron is. They put metal in cereal. I've said that many times. They say it's iron.
It's not.
Then your child be like, my stomach hurt. It hurt because it's getting cut up.
Yeah, man. A lot of kids like eating a lot of chips and nacho cheeses and stuff like that. And kids get stomach ache like, oh, no, that's your whole gut flora in there dying.
So how do you avoid ultra processed foods?
So it's the idea is to try to eat more at home. Like, so think about this. Yeah, sugar is horrible. You know, it's horrible for you. It just is. But making a peach pie at home, as opposed to buying one of those ones at the store with all the additives that makes them able to last as long as they do just sitting on a table, those are totally different things. So one is a homemade thing where you may have white flour is horrible for you and all, but it's not the same thing as what's in the stuff in the store pie. So get grandma's pie, not
the stove ball.
Yeah, I don't want to name the stores, but if you get that stuff in the store, man, don't be surprised. You just keep swelling. Those random pains that you get in your knee and your back that just come out of nowhere for no reason. Yeah. It's inflammation moving throughout your body in response to what you've been doing with your consumption in your body and what you've not been doing.
So, Colin, for hearing all this, what made you start coming here and taking the change and listening to Kris when it comes to that?
Really, that started like, man, what was it? 2021. I was at the barbershop. Shout out to Kyrie, and I was best in the business. Yeah. But I was in wrestling in college, and I was looking to, I guess, level up. And he mentioned, Kris, and I checked him out. I had a first session, and man, just like immediately, it was so different. The workouts were so different. How he put it together, it's simple, but it was like for me, I describe it as like one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's just
how was it different from? Because you said you wrestled in college, so
right.
I know that was strenuous too.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think I was educated enough on how to work out. You know what I mean? I did I guess it's like, weightlifting, just straight powerlifting is gonna get me stronger. Yeah. But no, there's a thing called functional training, and I feel like that's what he does. It's like, I don't have muscles in my certain muscles in my back that I don't that I'm not working, that I don't even know that I have, that he's here training, and it's just like, wow, it was just different. And then so I just followed him and took a lot of health advice from him. I stopped doing cow milk since 2021. You know what I mean? Immediately noticed the difference. When you drink milk, I do get what we were just talking about, inflammation. So I just had to follow, had to be a part of it.
To be fair, we're all allergic to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone, there's a small percent of people who aren't, right? Because that's how it goes. But to find that percentage, you don't know. It's not healthy for you, regardless if you're allergic
I
to
just
it or
drink
not.
almond milk, bro.
Yeah?
Like, once I seen how the milk came out, that
That was enough for you, huh?
Yeah, that was it for me already. So
You know your milk's not supposed to be cold.
no, supposed to be
No,
hot.
real milk is like 98 degrees.
Oh, from the animal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But that
cool
almond
on all
milk, it
that,
don't
bro.
matter.
Yeah, I got that. Let me get that almond, man.
It's thick, you know, comes out but like bitter, you know, that's real milk. That's the
Yeah.
real stuff.
And it's got all that frothy fat on the top of it.
Yeah.
And they
You never
just
see it.
losing
They just be
it out of-
squeezing.
Stop it.
They just be hand
I
over
don't
hand.
want none of that,
That's
bro.
what they gonna give you the bucket.
You know, go even further. Like people are drinking protein shakes made out of casein, which is a protein source found in dairy, and it's reported that it makes cancer cells grow 52 to 55% faster. Found in dairy milk, cow's milk.
And like you talk about like protein powder.
Yeah.
I was never a fan of those either because like I said, it felt inflammation. Yeah, it's like even when dude, you got to use a plant milk, use almond milk. Still, it's like
It still feel weird.
like
yeah.
no, like why don't I just go eat like an actual meal? Like what I
Yeah.
get a shake.
Yeah.
That's why I created my protein shake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's just a
why.
ground up meal.
It's just supposed to give you more than just like some cow's breast milk as what you're gonna build your muscle out of.
Yeah.
So
I definitely take it before I train every morning.
So my last ultra processed food question for you is this. You told us how to avoid it. How do we read labels?
all right, so if you have to really try to pronounce it, most of the time that's how you can tell. You know, something that if you look at the ingredient, can you say where it grew? Do you know if it ever grew? Did it ever live?
Right.
And that's how you can tell. You know, if you're reading a label, most of the time it means it's a processed food, but how many ingredients are in there?
Right.
Some people say 5, 7 or less, 5 or less, but that's really the approach. Try to keep your ingredients low.
Right.
And it's not just food though too. There's also like your drinks and your shampoos and your lotions and your soaps too.
Lotion, soaps, and shampoos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. People who deal with
I don't
skin
think about
cancer, people who do yes.
Never
It's a
think
huge
about that.
subject because your body's absorbing it. You
Yeah.
know, you ever wash your hands and notice your hands are dry without touching any towel in like 1 minute? It
Yeah.
just absorbs right into
All
your
through
skin.
it,
Yeah.
right.
So you put lotion on where it doesn't just evaporate.
I am not a fan of lotion.
Yeah. I use
Not
shea
only
butter.
is it usually have alcohol in it, so the whole thing moisturizing you. As soon as it dries, you dry.
Yeah.
Because it's got alcohol in it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of putting on oils.
I use
Coconut oil, olive
Shea
oil,
butter is my
shea
thing.
butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those things. So, but I didn't think of shampoos and conditioners, and
Yeah.
I'm probably still heavy in those things.
Look at the ingredients and look at where they came from.
Right.
It's crazy.
I was using the black African soap for a while.
Yeah.
And then it got hard to find, so I kind of fell off using
I
it.
always use. That's the only soap I use. I break out from most soaps from the perfumes. and
Yeah.
stuff. So like I'm an eczema sufferer.
Right.
So like I haven't had any breakouts in years, but when they do break, well, I had one not too long ago this year.
Really?
Yeah. It was like
Man.
Yeah, it was like super weird, and I got rid of it. But it's one of those things like I just can't. You know,
Right.
I can't. And also like deodorants with aluminum. That's another thing. I can't do that. So if I put it on, it just swells up my Yeah.
Man.
So I have to use ones without aluminum.
Antibacterial or something like that? Or
No, it just can't have aluminum.
just can't have nothing in it.
Aluminum. Yeah. It's the issue.
Okay. So you were also telling us about detoxing the whole body.
Right.
How do you detox the whole body?
So all right, so the whole market of detoxes have like boomed because of that short term like gratification type of thing.
Do 2 days and you're good. Do a
Right.
weekend.
5-day flush. Really you're just like probably just flushing out your colon. But the cells you're made up of are still made up of all the trash you've been eating.
Okay.
Like so you literally are what you eat and drink. And put on it's what you are. And there's no way around that either. People like don't understand that what you put in and on you becomes you, and 4 to 7 years of that is what you are right now. So if you actually want to cleanse and detox, it should be for 4 to 7 years to fully change what you've been doing and the results of it.
So a true detox
Means
is
that
4
you
to
need
7
to
years.
change your lifestyle.
Right. Complete habits.
People are like, I just want to do this real quick. No, you don't want the result.
You know, like the people who like fast or
Yeah, like fasting is just a whole other thing. You know, like
Talk about it.
it's a religious thing, and they made it into a diet thing.
right, like the intermediate where like you fast for 16 hours and
Yeah,
8-hour
it's
window.
like, and I lost so much weight. It's really just because you just eating less, bro. Like, you're just eating
You
less.
just found a way to make a rule for you
Then
to
you
eat
find
less.
like 70% of them all have headaches from it.
Yeah.
A lot of people end up with sleep issues and hormone problems. You got certain people who are like really meticulous about getting everything right, and they do it right. But people are so like whimsical throughout their day that it's hard. You know, oh my God, I just had a crazy day and I haven't eaten since.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't
What
eaten.
do you-
Maybe I'll just lose weight because I haven't eaten since, and it's 4 p.m. You know, no, you're actually causing your whole body a
hungry,
damage.
Say,
bro.
hold on to what we got.
Yeah, your body just gonna store whatever you can, you know.
Right.
And then that's why after you stop those diets, you just blow up. So if you did like a real cleanse for 4 to 7 years, it would be very hard for your body to gain the weight back. It like wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it at all.
What about people who say like, I've ran into people, I don't practice it, but I've ran into people who say like, oh, it just helps me control my eating because I'm like, I eat till I'm full, so I'll just have one big meal, you know, for the whole day, you know?
Yeah, it slows down your metabolism. Like your intestines does not have muscles in it. So when you eat a meal, it goes to your stomach. You know, if it's meat, then the proteins have to be sent down to your kidneys so that it can break down and send the branched chain amino acids to areas where your body needs the repair. Whereas if you take the time to like, man, it's a structure. It's about like you controlling, you being the type to control the structure in your life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if a person lacks structure, that's where the fault is. You know, like, a person struggles with it. It's just, but when they like people who have structure, they do well with it for a certain amount of time, but they'll ignore the negative side effects and think that's just them, not knowing that it's the diet. Like, won't even count like the lethargy in the morning. So they gotta drink coffee. You have to drink coffee to pretend like you're not tired. Coffee is a drug in itself. Like, it's like a completely unrelated, regulated drug. So you need a drug in order to feel like yourself. So it means that when you're not on that drug, when you're actually yourself, you can't
Function.
tolerate
Like
it. You can't even. You don't like being yourself because you've been starving your body all day.
Right.
This is not a natural behavior for humans. It's not natural.
But it's crazy how some trainers will preach that though.
Well, it's
like
because
eat
like
one meal a day.
It's the social media thing. It's the media marketing thing. It's whatever they've taken diets that were designed for illnesses, and they turned them into diets for people who are normal trying to lose weight. And that's where the flaw is. When really you need high nutrition and low trash.
And activity,
Yeah, people like really eat a majority of toxins and a minority of nutrition.
Okay.
So the goal is to flip that.
Yeah.
You know, if you end up like think about this. If you ate 10 servings of vegetables in one day, 8 servings of fruit in one day, 3 servings of beans, a cup of nuts, and then had like 4 servings of whole grains, and then had your meat. Do you think you'll gain weight?
Not at all.
Not a drop.
Not at all.
Not a drop.
Especially if you're active. If anything,
Exactly.
you gonna
And if you're active, you're just gonna
Yeah,
grow
you just
muscle
gonna cut
and get
up.
lean up. And if you're not active, you won't gain mass. But what people do is they'll have all that stuff over like a year because they don't. How often do you have fresh vegetables? You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like, right.
Because most people look at me like I'm weird when I go, I don't even normally go to that side of the store normally. That's not where I normally
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Yeah, stay out of the middle of the store. You know?
I'm going to take you to the store with me. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're
stay out
saying.
of the middle. Yeah, those cereals. Oh my God.
You know, that's a hard concept to get the average person to understand
That's hard for me to
about
see,
cereals,
bro.
because not only do they taste
fire.
great,
Hard to
the
explain
texture
why.
the texture's created perfectly. It's
Salmon
addicting.
cinnamon
drugs
toast
in it.
crunch.
It's
There's
addicting.
a drug of
No, I
chemical
agree.
in there that
I don't
is
eat
toxic.
cereal like
Krispies.
that.
Oh my god.
There's some crazy
The
like
Captain
crazy kinds,
Crunch.
too.
But it's
Reese's
the
Puffs,
convenience.
bruh.
I understand. It's the convenience of that
Any
meal.
brand flavor.
Lucky
It ain't
Charms,
just. It ain't just the flavor.
Kaboom.
It ain't just. It's the convenience of that meal.
Honey Nut
healthy
Cheerios,
cereal.
And so people look at it,
regular Cheerios,
right? And you've
chocolate
been eating. My
Cheerios,
mama fed me this. My dad
Oreo
fed me this.
Cheerios.
You know, everybody eats this. This is nothing wrong with
So the
this.
convenience that you're discussing is actually a flawed perception that we've been taught to believe that your well-being is something that you should rush
Right.
around.
Well, the other part is that most people grab that box, fortified with
Yeah.
12 vitamins. And you go,
Alright.
oh, this can't be that bad.
That'll do nothing for you.
It's like part of a nutritious breakfast. It's always
Yeah.
like the slogan.
Yeah, and then the nutritious breakfast would be like
It's
a
everything
glass
else.
of milk,
Yeah.
an orange juice, some toast. They're like
Like,
part of this
have
complete
like a
breakfast.
Part of
slice
this
of, like,
complete
half a
breakfast.
orange.
Right. Then chip the piece out so you can see the inside.
Yeah, part of
Man.
this complete breakfast.
And then you wonder why, like, we got all these issues, you know? Like, folks can't even eat an apple because it doesn't taste like anything to them.
Yeah.
Your
This
palate-
apple's not even sweet.
your
Where the
palate,
green ones
yeah,
at?
right? Your
Where the
palate
green
Because
is
it's so
ones at?
sour they
Yeah,
can taste it.
yeah, where the
You're
green ones at?
desensitized.
Wow.
Like my favorite apple is a pink lady, right? So
Pink
it's
lady.
slightly sweet, slightly sour. To me, it tastes like a dessert. Here you go.
You just looked that up.
Then looking at you,
Honey
holding the
Crisp.
phone with the question.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
That's yours?
Chris. Yeah.
His is Fuji, right?
No, Sweet Tangos.
Sweet Tangos? Oh, it changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet Tangos, yeah.
Because we had this battle.
Then I had the Sweet Tango. And
That's how I know I know what I'm about.
Sweet Tango, boy.
Took it over. That's the one that has that pineapple flavor when you.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Isn't it?
No, it's sweet and tart.
What's
You
the
heard
one
that
that- It's a newer apple that they
I
bring.
don't know, man.
I thought that's what it was. Don't get aggressive. Anyway, well, a lot of people will eat that apple and tell me that my apple don't taste like nothing.
Yeah,
And I always say, man, what are you eating?
What you eating? Yeah.
What are you eating that you can't taste this?
No, we got
Yeah, isn't that nuts to think about though?
Yeah.
Like, how much sugar are you consuming for you not to like for an apple, like the
Not to
sweeter
be
kind
sweet.
to be sour? Like
This banana don't taste like nothing. Oof.
Yeah, man.
We got a
Oof.
couple
It don't
comments,
taste
too.
like
Well, the people
banana.
that say I don't eat vegetables.
Yeah.
You know what that does to your liver and your kidneys?
I don't
man?
eat vegetables. I don't drink
I
water.
like them raw, bro. I eat them cooked though.
You don't like them raw?
None of them.
You always eat them with a condom?
Yeah. Except in 2013, my boy.
No, but you gotta learn how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said we got some comments.
Yeah. My fault. I was gonna say Mr. Anthony Craig.
Anthony.
Yeah, he shouted out.
shout out.
Colin.
Yeah, I saw
Yes,
that.
sir, yes, sir. He said these added in those weekly meal preps are golden. So the weekly meal preps. He said
Yeah,
are
the
good.
boxes, yeah.
I got one for y'all
He
right
said
here.
cereal is poison though.
I got two things. Not that you just said
Bruh.
cereal. The people who get cereal and put sugar on it.
When we used to have the plain Cheerios.
Yeah.
Yeah, put that sugar on there. So then when you get to the end and you dip your spoon,
The
you
milk
see the
is
little
just
bit of
sugar
sugar
water.
at the
Oh,
tip.
because you skipped it, you scraped it from the bottom.
Bruh.
Look what he did. Look what he did.
Heaven, bro.
Endorphins, yeah.
And then the people who put sugar on fruit.
Yeah.
You get a grapefruit and you put sugar. That's like a
I seen
common
it,
thing.
though.
You
I
get
seen it
watermelon
before.
and put sugar and
Put
salt
sugar
on it.
like
What?
strawberries or something.
What?
Yeah, they put stuff on that, but not
What?
sugar though.
I don't
Yo,
watermelon,
taste.
though?
You've never heard of that?
Like
No,
Kicks.
like what?
Y'all had Kicks before?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had
I like
Kicks.
Kicks with how Kicks was.
Hated it.
Bro, but
I
the
love
sugar
them.
though.
It didn't taste like anything.
Fire. Put some
I like the
dab
texture.
of sugar in there.
I know, I used to do the sugar thing too when I was shorter. Then I got older.
He said he ain't gonna glorify like you look at him.
Do
He said you put a little,
Bruh.
look like he was laced or something.
I got it. Man, that's what it sounds like. I got to end it.
Hey man, you're not supposed to talk about
Sugar on rice.
your old habits.
Sugar
that
and
you had as
spaghetti.
a child as they're
Yeah.
glorified.
Whoa.
You're not supposed to talk
That's
about
the thing, man.
Why women like you used to like back in the day, like
Sugar
they're
and spaghetti.
worth
Ask
self glorifying like you used
So
to.
I got
back
treat
in the day.
cereal like.
Yeah, same thing. Alcohol too. Like you gotta stop. People gotta stop celebrating the stupid stuff, man.
Bro.
Like, if you have some of it and
Sugar and
enjoy
spaghetti
yourself, but
ain't it a thing?
I don't do it. But
I don't
yeah,
do it. It's a thing.
It is a
St. Patrick's Day.
Sugar and chili.
St. Patrick's Day.
Dude, I don't get St. Patrick's Day.
It's just
Man,
a waste
I
of
never
time, bro.
understood
They
it
pour
either, but
all
they
that
drink
green
up.
dye in the river in
And they
Chicago.
pull up.
Oh, they pour
Oh,
up.
they drinking on.
I ain't gonna stop them
because
because I drive Uber that day.
I don't care if anybody does.
Who is
Who
he?
is St. Patrick?
But think about this though.
It's not even
If you didn't
advertised
drink
like that.
all year and you went and did that, you think you develop liver disease?
Nah.
Nope.
For sure.
Nah.
No. So like,
I'm still mad at you.
what you mean?
Chris called me, I'm gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
I
One
already
day,
know.
I think I already said it on
Yeah,
another show.
yeah.
One day I'm at the crib. Chris called me out of the blue.
Yeah.
This is my mentor, my homie, my brother. He don't regularly just call me, right? I'm usually, it's a text like, hey, when you gonna be free type thing. He called me out the blue. What's up, Chris? What's up, man? You got alcohol in your house? Dang! How are you? Ryan, you got alcohol in your house? Yeah.
He sensed it.
I said, I got a bottle in here. Just see it for when if people come over and, yeah, pour that out. What? Chris, I paid good money for this. I'm not just gonna pour it out.
We were in a
I will
stage where you were
replace
supposed
it.
to be working out and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean? Like,
bro,
you just-
Called him, he was lacking.
It was
man,
one
when
of
you
the.
work out, you're not supposed to drink, bro. Like,
It
you're
was
not
one
supposed
of
to drink
the-
at all, dude.
even-
That is destroys your ability to burn fat
I understand that. Even
for like 24 hours or something like that.
Now
Everything
that I
you
didn't
eat,
know.
all your food, all them fats, beer belly.
I don't drink like that no more. Maybe if I'm stressed out, sometimes I might have a drink.
Totally get it, but I'm just talking about like that
Now,
regular.
from
But
what you
even,
learned,
but Chris, when I tell you like, nah, even when I say I have a drink, 2 glasses, and I'm like, I'm good.
I used to go about two.
Old me,
I used to go hard.
hey,
I'm
old
saying.
me.
Totally get it.
After
this
I finished that
old soul, This
bottle,
all been liquor. This wouldn't been no tonics.
we'd have been
back
drunk
in
for
the
sure.
day.
Chris, I hear everything you said.
It'd
Hit
been all
this.
colors up here.
I hear everything you said. Take a sip of that.
Man, take a sip of that.
Like,
definitely was a
I'm not,
drinker.
I don't even go around telling folks like be sober. It's just really like
Be responsible.
don't do that all the time.
Yeah, not all the time.
Don't even do it often. Like it should be occasional.
Occasional.
You know what I mean?
Occasional.
Every
like,
once in a while, I have a glass of wine
totally
with my
get it.
woman.
If I have a drink, I'll have some an old fashioned. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's gonna be a minute before I do that. Though.
Right.
Have a balance.
I just
Right. You know, like why is it?
there's
every
a
other day,
clarity
every
that
week?
came when I like drastically cut it down.
Yeah.
There's a mental clarity that came from it where it was like,
I really.
nah, I don't want to be groggy like that no more. I don't need
I
that
got stuff like that.
monkey on my back. Yeah.
Like, I don't even buy it for the crib no more.
Every week.
Right,
You know what I'm
right. That's
saying?
how you start. You don't
Yeah.
buy it from the house.
Like, you always have that little bottle.
I
at
need
the
you.
crib,
Right.
you know
I
what
need
I'm
you to
saying?
get his number. Y'all exchange numbers so he can randomly call you.
No, I'm saying
Hey,
I
bro,
don't.
Dusty.
But then like if you start there, bro, then when
I
you're
was
out
so
drinking,
How did he knew
how
that?
expensive
I
it is
poured it
to
out.
buy it often.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but how
did.
did you deter you a little bit from overdoing it?
Because he know me.
Especially, too, if you're a drinker.
There are probably like
a
50
regular
people on this
bottle
earth
of
who
Crown,
know me.
but
These are 2 of
especially
them.
for us average when we used to drink, I'll say about a month, if that Crown. If like we ain't had no party, if it wasn't no party going on, and we just had a bottle, for you it'd probably been a week. But for me, that'll last me about 2 weeks to a month.
Yeah,
Just,
A fifth?
that's a fifth of Crown, bro.
3
A
days,
day?
G. Like,
What time we start drinking? That's the truth.
hey man, I used to drink a pint a day. Man.
I want you to
Yeah,
really
that's
think
the
about
thing,
this.
yeah.
I used to come over your house with the
With
liquor
with the bottles, yeah.
because I finished what we had. So if it was 2 parties in a row, that's gone.
So I don't mind being the person who's not the enabler.
For sure.
Yeah, just like people are like so non-confrontational in this world that I'm just not gonna be an enabler. If you like doing something,
I'm
where it's
appreciative.
poisonous, and I hope somebody says it to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If,
Yeah.
if I'm like on some stuff, if I'm like toxic in some way,
Yeah.
say that to me.
Let me know.
I'm
I'll
appreciative
learn
of
from
people like both of y'all where y'all don't sugarcoat things for me. Now I'm not saying you give it to me direct and harsh, but y'all don't sugarcoat things for me, and y'all don't let me. You sugarcoat it? You don't give it direct and harsh.
I don't give it directly. I do give it directly harsh too.
I was just gonna say you a lie because I'm gonna start saying some of these things to people. I'm like, that's Chris.
Yeah, I'm a dick towards right.
For me, it's the hardest.
Yeah, man.
But
it's called care.
But I know and I understand that, like, because you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, other than how you feel about me, it doesn't affect your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to have people like that, I'm really appreciative of because it helps me stay accountable for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a self.
And I think that's part of the whole. It's a mental nutrition, where you have to have people around you that you know you could go to and say, "Hey, was I wrong? Hey, am I doing this right? Where am I lacking? Help me." You get what I'm saying? Or they randomly show up and kick you like, "Hey, you playing? Move, do, go."
That's why we need each other. Though.
Yeah, it is. It
Why we need
is.
each other.
Because I will show up at your door.
And then
At your door, pull up.
Chris said this to me a long time ago where I was like, man, I don't understand why you keep helping me like this. I appreciate you, but what do you get it from this? Reflection. Every time I help you or you show me growth in you, it shows me where I once messed up, or it's showing me what I'm doing right, and it helps keep me aligned, knowing that I got the lesson.
And if it don't come up, and if you don't receive the information, I take it as I need to learn how to deliver it better.
Right.
Especially if we're gonna be cool.
Right. 'Cause you know how people are. They weren't listening.
Yeah.
And that's what
They
I'm
listening
trying to
me
say
like,
about.
no, I need to learn how to communicate it better. You know what I mean? Like that's a big thing for me.
light
like,
bulb to go off.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
for all
Yeah.
people. You know, everybody's all like. I remember somebody said something like, he said it to me. He's like, "You was the code switching," and I was like, "No. I just understand that everybody's life created a dialect that described how they feel."
Right.
And
So I'm trying to talk to you.
I'm trying to understand their dialect rather than pushing mine.
Right.
Because you don't need to know where I came from.
Yeah.
You really don't need to know what my perspective is. In
Or
fact,
my opinion.
Right. I would
delivery
rather be
helps
right.
too, though.
I'd rather be
It is.
caring to the
Delivery helps
individual
too,
and
so.
like and be able to like let them have what they're focusing on, not force my ego into their stratosphere. You know
I
what
would just get them some more information on how I do it or another way. And if they like it, cool. If not, then we still gonna be cool after that.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's been times, we try to say something to each other and it. All right, try this again later. All right, I'm trying to get later.
He's still super young though too. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's young.
Big for
young,
old and shit, man. I'm
super young.
old.
Yeah.
Shout out to us old folk.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
He don't like it.
You
It's
gotta
a
stop
joke.
using that word.
Colin, how young are you, bro?
I'm 21.
That's crazy. He 26.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That shit, I wish.
Baby,
Oh, now he ain't 26.
I wish I was 21.
Man,
no, I
bruh.
don't.
Long time ago, man. I
Don't
hear
at
you.
all.
I enjoy
I
being
had
me.
no common sense when I was 21, so I don't understand it at all.
That drinking
How
right
that
he
make
was
you
talking
feel,
about.
though, Colin, having all of this sense and all of this education early?
Honestly, I guess blessed. Really, I'm just blessed that my life has led me to here to meet him.
Yeah.
Because to be quite honest, I feel like I needed it and it saved me. I definitely had some really unhealthy habits until I saw out the help that I needed to start changing. So
And that's beautiful.
yeah,
To be able to reflect. It's beautiful when you put your camera on airplane mode or do not disturb or
Shut your ass up.
do not. No. I think a huge thing that is dope about you is you're a student. Like, you literally sit and you are willing to absorb. Because that's a whole nother level to be able to put your ego to the side. Because we all know something, no matter who you are, right? And then so when somebody who knows more comes to you, you go, yeah, but I know something. You know what I mean?
You know what's hard is when people when they like, it's not that you would know more, you would know more in a subject because of your life experiences. And then another person would be like, they don't know nothing compared to me. Like I was just I gave a speaking and tasting at a gym about 30 minutes north of here.
Let's go.
Shout out to Tyrone.
Shout
Shout
out.
out. How call them.
And there was an instructor in there who didn't want the seniors to eat our food. To try our tonics, and didn't want to listen to what we were saying because he didn't want them to feel like I would know more than him. Guess you said he don't know more than me, but on the microphone.
Why do you think that is,
Like,
though,
like
bro?
ego?
Like,
Really sad.
That's ego.
but not even that, though. Cause we all know it's ego, right? But where does that stem from?
What do you think? 'Cause I think you got the
insecurity.
answer.
Insecurity.
But from what, though? Because, like, I deal with that a lot, but I get that sometimes, too. But I try to figure out, because, like, if somebody walked in, I don't think they'll be intimidated of all of us. They pick and choose who they may be intimidated by.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that situation, he probably felt like he was at a level and was comfortable with the people there because they probably weren't on his educational level like that. But then you come in with food and a presentation, and he like, shit, Buddy don't know what he talking about.
Man, that's
How
straight.
about,
But
how about
why
I didn't
is
even
that, though?
I didn't even come in saying I'm a trainer trying to get clients.
You ain't even, that's what I'm saying, you ain't that
Try
wasn't
these
your approach.
drinks,
right?
eat this food.
Right.
I'm
I
here
wanna
to
serve
help. I'm
you.
here to help you.
I feel like that's still insecurity. Like what? Like he's afraid of something. Like What is he?
It
What
was
is
so
he so
They don't even
intimidated
know
by?
him.
But what
though.
about like
You know
what
I'm
about
saying?
No,
what
what
about
you
the
said
trainer
make
who
perfect
Yeah.
when was told that someone else was going to bring me into a vegan function that they were going to have up north, and this trainer goes, I know real vegan chefs. You don't need to call them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like this person never had a bite to eat in my place, has never eaten any of my food, never trained with me in life. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what I'm. There's
Off top though.
But it's just a
so much of
reflection of themselves, and it's them bouncing off of another person. So, if, like you unorthodox. Let's use you as an example. Like your approach is unorthodox, right?
Yep.
So when you throw that approach, the average person goes, "Ugh, that's different." And once they go, "Ugh, that's different," no matter what you say or do, because your approach was different. You get what your intent may be the same.
This is true.
You may be on the same lane, but
But
your
why would
approach was
But
different.
why would that quantify as a reason for that person, the average person,
That's what I'm
to
asking.
be bothered
That's
by it?
Because
No,
it's
that's
a
true.
reflection
Yeah,
of self.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a reflection of self.
something-
So I can say this. I'll use me as an example. I can't stand to be misunderstood when it comes to words because I'm so good usually with words. So if I can't get it out, I get frustrated. And if I can't understand what you're trying to say, I get frustrated. Not you, it's me.
yeah.
So then if you say something to me, why you get mad? I'll tell you
it's a
because I know
projection.
myself well enough to go, I'm frustrated with myself because I should be able to know what you're saying or I should be able to say what I'm trying to say.
Projection.
Yeah, so I'm projecting myself at you
Yeah.
unintentionally because
Sure.
I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
But it's them doing it on the flip side.
It's really sad.
I know
too.
real vegan chefs because this guy can't be the guy
He can't be the guy.
doing what he say he doing.
But he is.
Because I ain't
I
doing
done
what he say he
pulled up,
doing.
Brought my stuff.
Never
brought the
mind.
food.
Never mind him going to culinary school. I don't mean.
Fuck him going to school, bruh.
That's just a paper and a teacher.
Never mind.
Yeah. Why not just take the opportunity and just listen,
Bruh.
you know?
Why is that so hard for
Yeah, ego. But you know,
it is.
everybody
It's
you know,
internal.
and you know what else too? It's like that thing where people feel like they got to be a star player or something like that. You
Main
know what I mean?
character.
The main character,
Yeah,
right?
I think
It's
that's where that plays into too.
Yeah, and I think that people who really are main characters are not doing that.
Right, they don't think
Right,
about
they
that.
don't think about
If
that.
anything,
Barely
they're
care
trying to
about
help
it.
Yeah, just
everybody
good
else.
folks. You can
Because
tell
I got
they
a
are.
whole role to play. I got time to think about
They
your
ain't got
side
time
project.
for this.
It's an
I'm
understudy
trying to
role.
help
What are
you.
Yeah, man, it's tough stuff.
No, you're all right. That's a
No
good
main
breakdown.
characters, though.
There are no main
No
characters.
main characters.
No, for real.
We just make people into main characters. Your
Man, I
attention
think-
is the value in the world.
I just think it's how you focus on it. If you focus on being a main character, you inevitably become a main character.
In your own space.
Right. But if you don't, then you become a non. And then there's the ego that comes in between and makes fake spotlights. And, you know, I got 4 people who sit with me and they not smarter than me. And then you show up and it's like, who are you? Because over here, I'm the main character.
Yeah, someone from a whole complete different background.
Who is
Yeah.
You know?
You and your 4 people been sitting in the corner. They ain't putting no lights on where y'all at. And all of a sudden, you know, you walk
Come
up.
with some lights.
You walk up with the lights. They're like, who is this?
Who is this guy?
Who dares disturb me while I'm...
But then imagine being the person that's experiencing the lights too. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another thing I have learned, and it has been a lot mess with both of you guys. It's about your own lane. Like, we focus, I'm not saying we all are intentionally doing it right now, but I'm just saying that it is more prominent than it is not. We focus on everyone else's lane in comparison to ours.
Yeah.
Right? So I may look over at y'all lane and go, oh, I want that in my lane. Right? But I never go, oh, why is it over there in your lane? How come I can't have it in my lane?
Why not ask them how
Why
they
not
got that in
ask
their
them?
lane?
And they watching you so hard, they just slow down in their lane.
Slow
they focusing
down.
on you in their lane.
Yep.
Now they lane all messed up.
Lane watching.
Lane watching.
Don't end up going in the
Look in
direction
another
you're
lane, you're
supposed
gonna crash.
Oh God.
I picked up a guy today, and then I'm gonna go on to the next topic. But I picked up a guy today driving Uber, and he was telling me about running track. He said his coach used to yell at him because he was so fast, he would get ahead of everybody. Then he had to turn and stop and look back and see where folks are at. They would catch him, and he would barely win or lose. He said, I had to learn, man, to pay attention in my lane, focus to look forward at the ground and look up. He said, until my lane required me to do else, when he started running relays, he had to learn to do batons, or he was doing the hurdles.
Yeah.
He said that changes it. But again, I had to learn my lane. It was a life lesson. It went so far for me.
Yeah.
When he said that, I was like, oh, I can't wait to use that because that's just such a dumbed down version
For real.
of staying in your lane. Because every time you look into other lanes,
It's like they slow down.
you messing up your
Every
mechanics.
time.
You can't help it.
Every time.
It's true.
Your spine turn, which threw your legs off.
You watching them races as soon as they get the.
Only person you should be watching is the one ahead of you.
Usain Bolt probably the only one who can. Him and Shakar.
Run backwards.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk about calories. How many daily calories are enough? That's a bold question.
So it's a broad spectrum of information. So depending on a person's body size,
Okay.
considering like 4'11", 5 foot tall, 5'1" tall woman, between 120 and 160 pounds, should have 1,200 calories to 1,500 calories a day if they're not doing anything else.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. It takes that many calories to beat your heart, to digest your food in your colon, to use your immune system whenever there's foreign entities in your system, to function your brain, to tell your brain to send charges down to your body, to tell your heart to beat you know what I'm saying? Like those are all, it requires
involuntary.
calories. It requires calories for the autonomic nervous system, the part of the body that you don't go raise hand. Adrenaline kick in because I got to defend myself before I run into this car. You don't have to say none of that. Like your brain just tells the adrenal glands produce cortisol, get ready to produce adrenaline, save your life. Then you have like 4 times your strength to push yourself up from under the car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what the function of your body is, and it requires calories to sustain that. So when you get under that, or if you work out at 1,200 to 1,500, like a working out, you burn more than that. So you have less than that available, and you'll get headaches, migraines, sleeping problems, hormone issues, irritability, like real irritability. That addiction to caffeine becomes real. A lot of people end up drinking a lot too. You know, like it's just because you are without
coping.
You don't have enough calories.
Right.
And so the body, if you have any interest in alcohol, it'll make you pull that in immediately. Eat a lot of junk food. You just have binge eating problems, and then it makes you eat. Then the people who like people who do intermittent fasting throughout the day, they end up eating late at night because they're starving from missing in the daytime. You're not supposed to eat within 4 hours of bedtime.
Cutting weight for wrestling, dude.
Yeah, that
makes you
whole
want
thing.
to eat like you're just craving like a double bacon donut burger.
The most you can put in
Yeah.
You know, but like for real though, it's like
stuff you would never eat normally.
So many guys that are ex-wrestlers.
Give me a crave case right now.
and then when you get back to like eating right, it's like, oh, I don't want that crap. Like once you actually have a decent meal, it's like I have no need for that anymore. But like when you're like depleting calories, like you're saying, yeah, you definitely get irritable. I knew a guy that like was just get so angry. He'd just be sitting in his dorm room, just like in the dark, just like
I just want some food.
Real dude, it's like I gotta cut like 10 more pounds, dude. He's just like sitting there, like so depressed.
I couldn't have been no wrestler, right? You can't eat. Well, there's that.
They'll be lying. Oh, I didn't. What's that chip on your lip?
Ron could be ain't lost no weight the whole season.
Scholarship over.
Coach, just take me up a weight class. Just take me.
I'm just
Hey,
getting
they
close.
won't eat all day. Then like lick a lemon to help satisfy. They're not drinking water.
Chew
so
gum,
they
spitting in a bottle, dude. Like,
just, but
Ryan, not only you can't eat, you got to spit out your spit.
and then
I'm gonna be the bag boy.
Oh, God, the coaches, let me one of these little coaches out here.
then performing
Yeah,
at the hardest as you can after being depleted for like.
Well, they binge eat the night before, right?
no,
because you weigh in the night before, right?
No, you weigh in the day of, and so now you gotta hurry up, rehydrate, and get your nutrition back in, and be expected to perform at like I don't know, like an all-day tournament, like you know what I mean? And then like there's
I'd have been in there with a sandwich, walking up to the back.
Walking up to the mat.
Ryan, you can't.
But then
Man,
there's
yeah,
the
I
topic
couldn't do
of
it.
what you eat before that too, because like you know what I mean. If you're like
Can't be too heavy on
you
you.
know, like I see guys bringing oatmeal cream pies, dude.
Yeah, man.
And you know, it's like
Then you got people who like really know training,
Right.
you'll see them in the side with their whole meal. You know, you ever seen like they pop it open and like a
Fruit.
little broccoli, little apple, and then a little chicken breast, and then the egg, and then they drink.
Right.
And then
I'd have
sit
walked
there.
over
You
there,
sitting there
stole
with your
in.
top
Straight up,
Yeah.
like, but that's
I'd
how
have
it
been
works.
the worst.
People don't want to hear it. Though.
Right, is that a hot ready? It was cheap.
Hot ready.
Yeah, actually, I did know a guy who was one of the best in the state.
Uh-huh.
He had a whole box of Casey's donuts.
Yeah.
And Mountain Dew Code Red.
All the
and
time.
somehow won the tournament.
Talent, bro.
I mean, yeah,
talent,
like,
talent.
but-
Yeah, talent.
How's that health long term?
It is not.
But I'm gonna tell you this, Coach would have been so mad at me when I put on this sweat bag. Cool, hand me that sandwich.
Hand me that sandwich,
Cool.
bro. I need some energy for the meat, right?
But
could do it.
so what I suggest is that if you really training, first start off with a real caloric excess, like 2,000 calories or so.
I'll work your way down.
And then like have one of those smartwatches that can like measure how many calories you're burning, and then see how many you burn in a regular workout. You know, whether it's 300, 500, 600, and add that amount of calories on top of your caloric minimal.
You
And
probably
that's-
gotta eat some more.
You gotta eat a little bit more. Yep.
That makes sense.
That's how you do it. And
Man,
so
you
that
used to work my nerves with that. Ryan,
that
you ain't eating
cre-
enough.
you ain't-
Ryan,
yeah.
you ain't eating enough.
He still says
Chris,
that.
I'm eating enough. I eat all the time, man. I can't sleep. Chris, I got this jitter. I don't know what this
Man,
is.
How much water
but
you
I'm
drinking?
eating.
how much water you drink?
Yeah, like-
So we ain't never had a problem with me drinking water. It was the calorie intake. Because during that time, when I first started losing that weight in my head, can't eat.
Can't
Can't
eat,
eat.
right.
You can't eat.
Can't
Like literally, I would go to eat, and I just take half what I already had, and that's what I'm eating.
Yeah.
And then an hour later, I go get a bag of carrots, and just be sitting there eating a bag of carrots, mad.
Bag of carrots.
Yeah,
I had a young lady who
That was rough, bro.
Here one day,
celery,
and she
but it worked. It's not long term.
we were working out. I had to do our usual warm up. She was halfway through the warm up and was on the knee like, and I was like, "You okay?" She's like, "Ah!" like that, and I was like, "Are you hurt or something? What is going on?" She's like, "I'm sorry, I haven't eaten since last night." It's like,
Angry.
Don't be
Here,
so.
angry.
hold on for a second.
Angry
So
right
I go to
there.
my lunch bag. I take out a cutie, a banana, and I grab a tonic. And I was like, "Come sit down." She's like, "I just want to finish the workout so I can go home." I was like, "No, sit down because we're not finishing any workout."
Yeah, you probably
You
done for
can't.
the
You're
day.
struggling in the first 5 minutes. She sat down and ate and drank the tonic, and 5-6 minutes later,
Better, huh?
she was like, "Coach, should I eat that and drink that every day? Because I feel amazing." Like, no, man, you just need to eat breakfast, bro. Like, this is eat breakfast, bro.
This ain't
Like,
even
it
fancy.
ain't even nothing to it. You just eat the
Ain't
breakfast.
nothing fancy, yo.
Man.
Just eat breakfast, bro. Ever
Chris
since
eat one of the biggest breakfasts you
I eat
ever.
a lot, yeah,
bro.
man. I eat like
That's where he eat most of his calories.
yeah, three
Is it in the
three
morning?
bananas, 3 cuties. I spread it out. 3 cuties, 1 to 2
His
apples.
bowl of oatmeal is. You don't do that
Yeah,
no more,
I still do that at the house. Yeah, yeah. Then-
bro.
I do it.
Yeah, he-
Everything you
I
put
love
in
it,
it,
dude.
It's
it
like
used to
big.
freak me out. Like Chris, just because back then I was counting calories so much.
Yeah.
Chris is over 1,000 calories.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
like
eat that. You'll be okay.
850,
Ryan,
yeah.
you not eating enough. Chris, I don't know if I'm supposed to. Right, eat that. All right.
And I've been doing this stuff for years, and if you pull up a video of me 10 years ago, I was not bigger or smaller.
Right.
You know, it just works. You know,
Right.
and I'm not actually now. I'm not even hardly working out. much
Definitely
at
nowhere
all.
near as big as you used to be.
No, not at all. Because I can't. Like with both of the places and stuff, I just can't. Like I have to do things as I'm training clients, and that's a thing that I can't really do really much either. Cause
Understood. Because
like-
their level, you got
and
to
everybody's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if I have like 1 or 2 people, that's when I get my workout in. It's not like I'm like trying to break any records or do anything like that. I still do
Yeah.
flags. I do like 100 pull-ups, and I got an 8:30 last time, but
You heard
8
that,
minutes
right?
and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
but
He used to do 1,000 in like 7.
90 minutes, bro. I did it like once a month, and then each week I was doing like 500 twice a week, and then the 4th week I would do 1,000 once.
I don't remember who I was with. No, I know I was with, but I was talking to someone else. And this is back when it was still hitting cold. And they had a tournament going for the girls' basketball. I don't remember who I was talking to, but Chris walked up to me like, "Man, I'm so happy you're here. Good to see you. Hey, I'm finna do these 1,000 pull-ups real quick. I'll be right back."
I'll be right back.
Homie say, did he say he gonna be right back from 1,000 pull-ups?
1,000 pull-ups.
I say, if you ain't got nothing to do, watch this. Bro, and less than 10 minutes, Kris came back like, man.
Walked away and came
I'd
right
slow,
back.
bro.
I'd already started.
Look, rubbing his forearm, sweating.
Yeah, good old days. Bro.
Like, what are you
I used to
doing,
get
bro?
it in, man. Like, but now it's like really more about like just being able to stay without any pains or discomforts.
Right.
Being able to jump still and run.
Right.
Be
You
strong
chase a
enough,
purpose now. It's a little
still
different.
be able to knock people out if I need to. You know what I mean? Like it's like.
Don't look at my jaws, you
If
said.
needed.
Yeah, I'm saying like you stay ready. Like it's. I mean, that's,
You ain't got to get ready.
Everybody's all like, I need like 10 guns. Like I totally get all that, but if you in a situation, boy, you ain't gonna get to that thing.
I got a question for you.
At all, actually. If you and somebody who really know, no sir.
How do I know
you're
if
gonna arm
I'm
them?
trying to pull him out of his violence? He just
But,
wanna
yeah,
fight. I know you get tired.
Definitely gonna try.
How do I know I'm consuming too many calories?
So, for one, if you're not working out, you probably are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the main. And if you undereat while you're not working out, you still put your body in that position. But usually it's because it's when you get that horrible stomach feeling.
We all know that.
You're not ever.
Sometimes it feel like a burn. Sometimes it
You're not
hurts.
supposed to feel like that. Right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be full. So, satisfied and full.
Okay.
And then allow it to process for a few hours and then do another meal. But folks are like overdoing it. You know what I
Right.
mean? People believe that eating nuts will make you fat, which is crazy. But you won't realize that it's the Herald you had last Thursday.
I'm sure thinking about that Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Right now, huh?
Sassy
Right?
talking.
Yeah, bro. I used
Yeah.
to smash Wendy's, bro.
It was cheap.
12, 13 junior
convenient.
bacon cheeseburgers in
Man.
one sitting. You know, I used to go hard at it, but now, no.
You'd be sick as a dog trying to do
I
that.
don't even look at that stuff as food anymore.
Right.
It's not food. It's food-like products.
Should all calories be treated equally?
No. So really, it's really about all calories are not the same. 2,000 calories in spinach in a day is not going to make you gain a pound. It's going to make you lose weight.
And spinach?
In spinach. And
You
you
get
know
sick,
how hard,
but,
how
yeah.
impossible it is to eat 2,000 calories. It's like 6 calories in a cup of spinach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
Even in broccoli.
it's
or,
impossible.
Yeah.
So,
Like 2,000 calories of cucumbers.
but 2,000 calories in donuts though
It's easy.
change your life.
That's probably like 4 or 5
It'll
donuts.
change your life over time. You do that every day, it'll change you. Will end up with diabetes, heart cancer.
Yeah.
Your eyes will start getting glaucoma. Your brain will start forgetting that's type 3 diabetes. You'll start forgetting who you are and where you came from.
All because you ate.
Your crap and
2,000
the
calories
trash
worth of-
calories. Yeah, the majority of calories that you eat are supposed to be from real foods. Then if you have bad foods, it should be the minimum
Right.
or the least amount of calories and percentage of the rest of the things you eat.
More of a taste than an actual consumption.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
So like if you had 2,200 calories that day of like fresh produce and beans and nuts and all that stuff, and it was like 5:30, and you're out with a bunch of people, and y'all stop and get some wings somewhere, and you go, I'm gonna get naked wings, even though it's deep fried.
Right. No flour.
Even if you only got 600 calories worth of those wings, it wouldn't cause that much of a damage on you if you normally eat that way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Makes
so
perfect
it makes
sense.
space for the bad eating in a way that doesn't cause detriment to the body if you make it the minimum. But people do it as the majority of the things we eat and don't even realize it.
What are empty calories?
Oh, the calories with no nutrition.
Like the donut you were talking
Yeah,
about. Okay.
like calories that have no real. There's no.
Cereal has nutrition per se. Is that an empty calorie?
So it would be quantified as ultra processed food.
Okay. Which we automatically
Automatically,
categorize as empty
As
calories.
empty calories automatically. Because it's man-made. It didn't. Most of it never lived anywhere. You know, you might have puffed rice and Rice Krispies. It's about the only thing that really ever lived. Maybe corn and cornflakes. There's hardly any corn in it. They don't taste like corn at all.
A lady once told me if you buy it in a box or a bag and you eat a serving of it and you have felt no effects of it, that meant you probably shouldn't eat it.
But you feel no effects
From the food. So if you it didn't satisfy you in any way and you need more, you probably shouldn't eat it. So like hamburger, and her idea was hamburger helper. If you eat a serving of hamburger helper and that didn't fill you up, you probably that shouldn't be. That was her way of explaining
totally makes sense.
Empty calories to
But
me.
at the same time, like I could eat a couple of servings of couscous and keep eating.
Okay.
I can eat right. I get a bowl of red beans that I make, red beans and black beans up here, and it will not fill me up because I have to eat because I burn calories. You know what I'm saying? Like, but everybody's different.
That's true.
But if you buy it from a box or a bag, most likely it's a processed food. Period.
For sure.
Is it possible to eat too much healthy food? Literal healthy food, not deemed healthy food.
I haven't learned that yet.
So as of now, no.
I'm trying. I have like 20 servings of fruit in one day, and I'll lose like 3-4 pounds.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to try it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've eaten so much. I've had like, you know those bags of spinach that they sell in stores? I've had 3 of those whole bags in a day before, and 20 servings of fruit, all in the same day.
And no effects.
No, I lost some weight in one day.
That's crazy.
Man, but I want to try and find out. You know, like people always people do assumptions like, oh, that won't even spend a single month trying to see it. But they'll say like, this is bad because I saw this post on Facebook of this dude that because
Of
he
a
looked
meme.
the dude looked a certain kind of way that would make me feel like I respect that guy, so I believe the post.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, nah, bro.
I was watching this video earlier. It said the guy was holding a banana and he was like, "You want to lose belly fat and you're eating that?" Nope. And I was like, "Oh man, that's serious.
Yeah.
You can't eat a
Can't eat a
banana,
bro.
Man, I eat
You
like
gotta
4.
pick a piece off of it too.
I eat anywhere from 4 to 6 bananas in a day.
Right.
Every single day.
Right.
If I only do 2, it's because my variety of fruit that week is really vast. I mean, I got like grapes and strawberries and
I try to
kiwis and
eat
stuff
a lot
too.
of bananas, and I've been attempting to make that my junk food because of the price of bananas.
They
I
are
can
so affordable.
I could buy 8
29
bananas for $1.30.
39 cents a
Yeah,
pound.
you know.
And you're supposed to have them at breakfast. So first thing in the morning, your brain is looking for carbohydrates. It just is. It's just natural because it makes your brain function, right? And you create a lot of your hormones that way. And so if you start your day with this ample fruit, it kicks and it cuts that craving. Later on, it cuts that stuff. Your whole body is like, I'm good. So if you eat that stuff, that's you being a fat ass. It could really, like seriously, like it's just you being addicted to it because you won't feel the pull from being hungry.
Okay.
And people will eat junk food while they're hungry.
So I want to give a shout out to Will Williams if he watching.
Hey, Will.
Will got me eating watermelon. I said that before on the show too, right? Because I hated watermelon before. It was a texture thing. But I'm over it now. I love watermelon. And so I was talking to Will one day. I was like, bro, I ate a watermelon and a half, bro. And he was like, is that all you ate that day? Actually, yeah, I think that is all I ate that day. But all it seemed like I just sat and ate and ate and ate. Yeah, keep doing that. And I was like, why? He was like, you need to pay attention to yourself. Did you get sick? Were you hurt? Anything happen to you? Were you losing weight?
You slept
and I was,
good, too.
and he was like, bro, you was hydrated. I bet. He said, I bet in the beginning you was gorging water and eating watermelon. Then all of a sudden it just turned into you just
Only
eating watermelon.
Yep.
And I was like,
Was
oh
it
yeah,
seeded?
you're
Was
right.
it seeded?
No, it's
Let me tell you something. So one issue with only eating watermelon is that there's no protein.
right.
Those seeds, though,
Change the game.
yes, those things like are healers to the human body. They are. I would suggest, if you can, take all the seeds out of a watermelon, dry them, allow them to dry out, then blend them down, and then add it to things.
Right.
That compound is life changing all by itself.
So I was primarily getting seedless watermelon because that's what was accessible to me at the time. So it has minimal seeds, if I'm making any sense. But those seeds aren't, because of the way it's grown, those seeds don't have the same properties.
Not even close.
The seed, right.
Yeah, you need to get them with seeds.
I heard that the juice in the watermelon helps with like soreness in the muscles. Is that
Well, yeah, it's phytochemically rich. Phytochemically rich liquids help reduce inflammation and help reduce muscle. The problem with that is people add sugar with those things. Mm-hmm. So or even like
sugar to the watermelon.
Right,
I told you, man.
or even like juicing a lot. In reality, you're taking all the fiber out, and the fiber is like
crucial.
90% of the benefit from it. The other 10% of the phytochemicals are magnificent.
Right.
But the fiber itself helps your body absorb all the other stuff you eat. It helps your digestion itself become healthy.
When I tell y'all, eating watermelon for them days,
bro, you brought a whole watermelon to my house.
Gigantic.
That's all I was really eating during that time.
Go even further. Just chewing the fruit, chewing it creates the digestive enzymes in your mouth that help promote nutrition absorption.
I felt great just eating watermelon. Great.
Yeah.
I knew you did when you brought a whole one to the house.
And told you keep that, y'all eat that. I'm gonna get another one.
Watermelon. I'm gonna eat the other one.
Yeah, I had two. That's right.
This brother just
I like
bring it
watermelon.
in. Big ass
Pineapple.
watermelon.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite, man?
Yeah.
I like pineapple too.
Have you ever had a yellow watermelon?
I'm not yet.
Never.
I keep hearing just like a yellow dragon fruit. I keep hearing.
Yellow watermelon.
Yeah.
About them jackfruits.
I like
They're
jackfruit.
cool.
I'm not a huge
I just
jackfruit.
think they're like.
I like
Jackfruit's probably the
the
best performance fruit.
I forgot the name of my
By far. Jackfruit's the best performance fruit.
Is it?
Yeah, best performance. Like from workouts, sex,
What's the thing like a grapefruit?
work, like jackfruit.
Hey, I'm gonna need some of that.
Jackfruit, bro.
Jules.
Jules?
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of what I'm
They
trying.
are so interesting though.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
the
why.
texture
That's
is
why I
so-
mentioned it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
They're really interesting, but they are.
They take you on a journey.
Yeah.
Do they?
In Thailand, a lot
It's
of
a good
fighters
journey.
like eat them
They get you high?
before the fight.
You have not
I
that
was gonna
journey.
say that journey?
I'm talking flavor wise, texture wise.
Gotcha.
You gonna feel different.
Oh wait, what'd you say?
Like you know how you put. What I'm saying is, you know how when you eat a grape, you know the texture of the grape, the flavor of the grape.
Yeah.
When you eat jackfruit, it's gonna taste like a different fruit. It's gonna feel like a different fruit. Those two flavors don't match in your mind.
They don't
and
even
you're gonna be
know
like, "What
together.
the?"
It's like-
But it's not bad.
It's like,
Yeah,
It's like-
you get it ripe, it's really good.
yeah, it's like mango, kind of, but not at all.
No, right. With a almost like a great berry-ish texture,
Oh, no.
but it's
Not-
stronger.
It's way tougher.
Yeah.
Way more fibrous.
I'm gonna have to try it out.
But
Man.
it's an energy food. It's
Jackfruit.
nifty. Yeah, bro.
I love.
Learn about it, bro.
I didn't forgot the name of it. I got my mom. She loved them, and every time I went to the store, she tell me get her one, and I can't think of it.
What is
It's
it?
like a grapefruit, but it isn't. It's the Asian.
Pluot?
No, it's big. It's bigger than a regular grapefruit. It's you got me.
Bigger than a grapefruit?
How big
Yeah,
is it,
but it
bro?
look like it's huge, bro.
It looks like what?
Cantaloupe.
No, it's smaller than a cantaloupe. I gotta look it up now.
What does the inside look like?
It looks like a grapefruit, but it tastes like a super sweet orange.
Blood orange.
But it's not a blood orange. It's not. No, it's a direct mixture of
Oh,
a.
because you're saying
It's
it's
big,
Okay,
but it's a
okay.
direct mixture of like eating
How
an
big
orange
is it,
and a
bro?
grapefruit, but it isn't that overly sour. I'm finna tell you. I can't think of the name of it, man. It's killing my brain now. No.
Those are all small.
Let me see.
Pomelo, I said it right.
A Carmelo?
Not a Carmelo, a Pomelo.
Oh,
You got me
They
eating
don't
those.
sell those out here anymore.
Yeah, they do.
really.
Not down here.
Not out here.
But it's
no,
For
yeah.
sure, up north, I buy them
Yeah.
regular.
Oh
Check.
man, I forgot all
I
about those.
love those.
Yeah.
You got me.
Check
Oh,
Jules.
man.
Check Jules.
That's
That's
why
where I
you
got
get
them from. Yeah, Jewel didn't have. They don't have them. I haven't seen those
What is
in
it called, bro?
years.
Pomelo.
Carmelo?
Yeah, it's an Asian grapefruit, basically.
Okay.
When I tell you
fire?
that the boy, fire.
For sure.
All right, I got a game for us. It is a healthy version style game.
Yeah, let's get it.
Fact or fiction? So, this comes from the National Nutrition Month 2019 quiz from the Academy of Nutrition and Diabetics. So, I didn't come up with these answers. This is what they say they are. But I'm going to ask y'all. I purposely didn't ask to show you so you couldn't get riled up.
Okay.
The amount of calories needed daily is the same for everyone. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Fiction.
Yeah, fiction.
You should answer last.
Oh yeah.
The amount of calories needed daily will depend on a person's age, gender, height, weight, and activity level. All right, fact or fiction? fiction. Eating carbohydrates creates weight gain.
True.
Depends what kind of carbs.
You're not even looking at this.
True,
I
my
know
boy.
what I would have said.
True for 200.
You say fact?
False.
False. I would have said
Ah.
that too. Fruit. He just told you. Eat as much fruit as you want.
Yeah, but then what if it's something? Is there such thing as like a
It
bad
just said
carb?
carbs. Yeah, of course.
Oh.
It said
Too
carbs.
many
That's why
calories
I
from
just
any
wanted-
type of food or beverage can result.
Too many calories can result in weight gain.
Yeah, it's too many calories. It's not
Yeah,
carbohydrates.
not carbohydrates.
It's calories.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Doing some physical activity is better than doing none at all. Fact or fiction?
True.
What was the question?
Doing some physical activity is better than doing none at all.
Oh, true.
True. What you say?
I'll accept it true.
It's true. Research has shown that even a little physical activity is better than being sedentary.
Whatever.
I knew you didn't like that. Sugars found naturally in fruit and milk are the same as sugars added to foods like candies and cookies.
Pause.
Fruit and milk are the same.
Dude.
I didn't say fruit and milk though, no, but no,
Yeah,
not
dude.
at all.
Milk shouldn't even be in there with fruit.
Oh my God.
It was
crazy.
fiction. I think that was the part of the setup.
That's crazy.
Food and beverages that contain naturally occurring sugars such as fruit, milk, and yogurt contribute important nutrients. In comparison, fruits and drinks with added sugars such as desserts and soft drinks often contain no nutrients, just calories.
Milk is added sugar. But go ahead.
Portion sizes have increased over the years.
True.
For sure. Some things got smaller, most things got bigger. They did.
Everybody does more. Yeah,
For sure.
everybody.
The size of portion for both foods and drinks have increased. In fact, many people consume in one sitting what was once considered to be several servings. The new nutritional facts label will reflect some of these larger portions and help you determine the total amount of calories and other nutrients that are consumed per serving or per container.
Overfed, malnourished.
That's tough.
That's people.
Empty calories. Got it.
There's no nutrition in the calories.
Ooh.
All right, Colin, I'm going to ask you first. You ready? Because I asked him
Yeah, please
first.
keep going, Colin. This is wonderful, perfect for him.
Only fresh produce is considered to be a good source of fruits and vegetables.
That's it. That's true.
Says true?
Say it again.
Only fresh produce is considered to be a good source of fruits and vegetables.
I'm gonna say false because it say only in there.
Context clues, my boy. What you got, Chris?
It's false.
It is false. Chris not gonna agree with everything they say here for sure because we've talked about it.
It's
but
false because
it is false.
because there are
Flash frozen vegetables are
also like roots. Roots don't need to be raw. They actually most of the time shouldn't be, but roots don't need to be raw.
right.
Like sweet potatoes, white potatoes, ginger,
Yeah.
carrots. Like they don't need to be raw. They can be served cooked and be fully nutritionally available.
So they say all types of fruits and vegetables, including fresh, frozen, canned, 100% juice, and dried, will help you meet your your daily goals. With forms other than fresh, it's important to look for fruits in water or their own juice with no added sugars, and vegetables with no added salt are the ones labeled reduced or low sodium.
Yeah, that sounds like something that's for older people to eat.
Yeah,
You should not avoid salt if you work out.
I told you.
Don't
you
ever
like that.
avoid salt if you work
I
out.
told you.
Why
You
not?
need salt.
Yeah.
It's a
Salt helps you sweat, doesn't it?
no, it's in your sweat. It's your body sweats out salt, it pees out calcium, but we use it, our body uses it to maintain healthy water levels so that your body doesn't cramp and your muscles heal, and they have the water so that your muscle can heal while you sleep.
That makes sense.
Water, the salt holds on to a certain amount. So you should have a certain amount of salt if you're working out. If you're not eating salt working out, you're waking up in the middle of the night. It's cramps. You know what I mean? And then people will work out and not eat salt and not know why. They're like, I'm not eating salt. They like drinks. My dad used to drink salt water. It like destroyed his health. But he just woke up with cramps and he had one amount of tonics and found out he didn't have to drink salt water. He should drink minerals.
he was on the right track. He just didn't finish the research.
Yeah, that's old school. Super old school.
Yeah. Oils, which are a source of fat, provide important nutrients. Colin, I'm gonna read it for you again. Oils, which are a source of fat, provide important nutrients.
False.
False? What you say?
True.
What you say, Kris?
There are some oils that have nutrition, but no, most of them don't.
It says fat.
It's just fat.
Fats can be either solid or liquid.
Some fats have some benefits, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Most of them do not.
Okay.
Like lard.
It does
And
talk
they
about
say,
that.
and people will say lard, and what's the other one? Tripe. Like the extra tips from like stuffed cow stomach is good for you.
Stop it.
Bruh. I had a whole argument with a friend because he tried to tell me butter was the same thing as olive oil. I said, what?
Yeah.
No, it ain't. He said, no, it is. They both fats.
What he means is he uses it as the same way.
I said, I got him. I said, bro, so you're telling me that a part of an animal is the same thing as a pressed plant?
Yeah.
And he went, oh.
Yeah.
Like, at first I was just letting him go.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't even compare that. It was never digested.
He said
not
he
the
used it.
same.
Yeah.
He used it the same way.
He did because like he said, you saying, he was thinking butter, you put it in the skillet like oil.
Yeah.
It's the
And
same.
then also,
It ain't.
a lot of oils lose the benefit the moment they're heated up.
Yeah.
That's
They don't-
true because they can't
deliver
take
nothing. They can't handle the heat. Like there's like a that's a true and a false.
Okay. I'm not even going. You want to read what the fact is?
You can if you want to.
It's your show. Nope. Okay.
Next question.
Vegetarian diets are not appropriate for certain age groups.
False.
So false.
It's false.
It's so false.
Fiction. Well-planned vegetarian and vegan eating plans that include a variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and legumes can be nutritionally adequate during all stages of life cycle.
Not just adequate, but better than any other
Beneficial,
diet.
right.
Potentially. I try to teach my clients to do vegan plus whole meats if you eat meat.
Right.
So like whole meats, meaning like bake a whole chicken, bake a whole turkey. If you eat swine, get your carcasses from a butcher or a farm.
Right.
If you eat, cow carcasses, get it from a butcher or farm. But that stuff in those packages,
Tough.
you are not getting what you think you're getting. You're getting, you ever
You're
hear that
getting
line?
looks.
You ever hear that line, the rooter to the tutor?
Yeah.
So that's what grounds are, no matter the ground.
You don't know what it
It's
is.
the last of the animal. The chicken is all, the breasts used, the wings are used, the legs and thighs are used.
This is
People order
cartilage
them, and they just scrape inside the skull. That's what that is.
I can't wait to
Take
tell
the
my
cow
mom.
head, scrape inside of that
Mama, you
thing,
eat
scraping
chicken
down the
head.
spine.
Fuck, boy.
It's the trash.
She gonna be like, boy, please, whatever.
For real. No, what you say makes sense.
That was well good. That was well done. Very good.
For real.
666.
Everyone should take a multivitamin mineral supplement. What you say?
Everybody should what?
Watch it. He finna lose it. Everybody should take a multivitamin mineral supplement.
True.
What you say?
Like one of
False.
days for men.
Chris, what you say? Everyone
Fruity
should.
Pebble, the fruity, what was they called? The Flintstone joints. Yeah.
I don't
I can't
believe.
think of the song.
I don't believe in most supplements,
Okay.
so that kind of like kills my opinion.
So, well, what's your opinion?
So
Don't kill it.
It says everybody. No, because people who plan their diets don't need them.
You're right. It is fiction. For most people, nutrient needs to be obtained through food sources.
Not stuff that has artificial fortifications. Ours don't have artificial fortifications. It's naturally occurring. Go ahead.
You want to talk about them?
We can. Go ahead. Let's get it.
All sources of nutrition information are credible.
Is that even a question?
Oh,
It says fiction. Unfortunately, there is a lot of misinformation available when it comes to nutrition.
Stop eating carbs if you want to lose weight.
Talk to us about your juices.
Undereat. Don't eat anything.
Talk-
That'll help you
that's
lose
what they.
weight.
That's
Talk
what
to us
they-
about your
Don't
juices.
eat
I'll be right
until
back.
5 p.m. and have one meal a day.
Crazy.
Eat it now.
Don't just eat fresh
You
fruit
can
and
look
vegetables.
like
Don't
me.
do that.
What?
Our tonics are they're the solution, man. So in most diets, that your average diet, food is lacking in nutritional quality, and you know, milk has lactose and a lot of issues to it. So if you want your calcium and you're dependent on that for your calcium, there's a side effect in practically everyone that comes from it over time. Beans can often have a decent calcium amount to it. I think lentils maybe too, but very few foods really do anymore. Broccoli, maybe spinach, but they have very small incremental amounts. So I created this tonic that has a few ingredients that each have a significant amount of vitamin C and calcium, magnesium, iron, like naturally occurring. So it doesn't affect you and interact with any medications. And it doesn't cause any form of toxicity due to artificial supplementation. And they help speed up your metabolism, balance your blood sugar, your blood pressure, help produce muscle, improve your sleep, energy throughout the day from having just one in the morning. Also, if you have a sensitive stomach or stomach problems, it can help reduce those issues. If you have colitis, it can help reduce the side effects, the issues resulting from colitis or any Crohn's disease. Every one of the Crohn's disease clients that I have, like every one of them depend on those things. So, it's that they're a solution. And so I created those, and then a protein shake as well that doesn't have all that nonsense that's in the ones that you buy in stores. Yeah. And so we're creating these packages where people can order the tonics in large quantity, decent amount of quantity with like protein shake powder in there. Mm-hmm. We can ship it to them, or you can come in and buy them.
Where can they come buy them?
At Binge Foods right here in the Northfield Square Mall.
Look at him working. Okay.
And then we're distributing them at the Northfield Square Mall. Quietly, I'm working on distributing this sports drink that I created that would destroy Gatorade and the rest of them. Yeah. And they're false ingredient. They're minimally benefit ingredients. Basically, mine has all the minerals you need in the day, on top of immune system function improvement and energy and all of that, and prevents cramps. I got one of my guys, I'm going to say his name, Latrell.
Shout out.
Latrell.
He works out with me. He gets it in. His son works out. His wife worked out with us before. Mm-hmm. His daughter's like good people. And he came in, worked out, had a tough time with nutrition that day, had a really bad cramp, and just could not continue to work out. Like, crunched over, rolled over on the floor, kept trying. He couldn't pull his stomach apart. Went and got him one, gone for the rest of the day. So like that's the nutritional dysfunction that causes, or the inadequate nutrition in our diet causes those cramps. The muscle tears, the weakness, the shoulder pains. There's so many things that we're missing nutritionally that these things can actually offer. And
I drank one.
There's no carbohydrates in it, zero carbs.
I was tired. Yeah. I am now awake, coherent, and this got me going to the bathroom.
Yeah, because it'll help that process of cleansing your body.
It's literally doing that.
It'll give you the runs. It'll make you pee. It'll clean your bladder. It'll clean your
diuretic.
It cleans. And if your body's storing, oftentimes it's because your metabolism is slowed down. Mm-hmm. You are almost 40. So it requires effort. Yeah.
I love it.
So, so our tonics are you won't find them anywhere. I've seen a couple folks try to mimic it. It ain't the same. It's not even close.
Right.
The one that I've created for sports teams. Shout out to KCC baseball.
Wow. Shout out.
First commit.
Cavaliers.
Yeah, that's love.
Yeah. We had a good one. We're working on our order right now.
Oh yeah.
That's love.
And so that version it's not gonna be like that. You literally just scoop a tablespoon or two into your water and shake it up, and
it's ready to go.
And it's ready to go with all the stuff you need. So if you want to soup it up that day, you really want to go hard. It even helps with mental clarity too. Like,
I can believe that. I'm telling you, I feel
good.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel good.
Like, bro, I see you gonna use your hands.
This older guy who comes in the mall, and mall walks, he calls it a little bottle of happy.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I literally feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I had a slight headache. It's gone.
yeah. I would do that too. My hangovers too. Lots of different things that they help with. And
That's crazy.
Hopefully people catch on.
Okay. We definitely appreciate it again, man. Appreciate y'all.
You got anything you want to say, Colin? Because he just be
Yeah.
talking. He ain't give you no chance to talk. Like he know everything. No, I'm just playing.
Love this man.
Yeah, good dude for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Thanks for having me out.
No
sir,
worries,
yes,
man. We're gonna do shout outs. I'm gonna start it off. I want to give a shout out to your pops, man. I know it is his birthday today.
Fellow
R.I.P.
Pisces, for
Yeah,
sure.
R.I.P. to the legend. It's been a year
Yeah,
since he transitioned, and
a year and 4 months almost.
okay. I met him a couple times. Good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, good dude.
Yeah.
He was definitely cool with me. So, shout out to your pops. That's my shout out for the day. What you got?
I'm gonna shout out to.
And you can't shout out the kids this time.
Come on, man. I not the kids.
Not
I
the
bet.
kids.
I'm gonna shout out Kris. All the stuff he's doing now. He was saying at our first show.
He
I don't know
was.
if you remember?
Yeah.
He was talking about going with the kids, going with the teams, making tonics.
had plans.
The food place over there. All that stuff is in fruition. So
Yeah.
it's good to see people speak on stuff and it happen.
Right.
A lot of times we get caught up in life and shit just slow us up.
It's true.
So to see people doing shit and it's going, it's motivating for everybody. So we appreciate it for sure. And the Colin too. Being a young dude, 21, we wasn't doing all of this. So
For sure.
it's definitely
You definitely got a
good.
head up on us.
Yeah, man, you definitely got a head up, man.
Well,
So,
Don't be like me.
I feel like life takes you where you need to be.
yeah.
Nice say.
Man, it took you that quick, boy. So stay there, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Anytime we come in and we see you working out, it's always good to see too. So keep going, bro.
You got more?
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's all I got.
Watch you, Chris.
My siblings, man.
Yeah.
Naya, Aoife, Norm, Tori, my niece Diamond, Camille, my daughter.
My dog.
Everybody, in our family circle, my siblings, spouses, Joe, Derek. Just, shout out to all y'all for having to handle losing a dude that really led us well. He showed us how to evolve, if anything else, how to grow out of immaturity and lead by example.
R.I.P. for sure.
Yeah.
We say the best for last. What you got, man? Shout outs.
I think I have to shout out my mom, who I think is watching.
OG.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I do also want to, again, I did it last week, but I'm going to do it again. I want to shout out my aunt. She came on the show. She asked for a kidney. She actually got one. Yeah. So she went through. She has a kidney now. And it's actually the kidney of my cousin who actually passed. So he was able to do one last deed before he left. So, yeah, the kidney was asleep because of how long they had to wait to preserve it to get it to her to make sure everything. But it has now started to waking up. So shout out to my aunt. Shout out to my mom who's taking care of her. Shout out to her children, her husband, everybody there. Shout out to my family dealing with the death. I do want to say, man, shout out to all of Kankakee. Though we were going through a lot of grieving for my cousin, when I tell y'all, I easily ran into 100 people from last Thursday until Monday, Tuesday, who were like, I love your show. I saw the episode of da-da-da-da-da. Or my favorite episode is the one with Kris, because he think da-da-da-da-da, but I don't agree with, or I'm making up random things, but, I'm not normally in Kankakee all the time. So for me to be in Kankakee and moving around Kankakee during that time, it was a lot of love. It was like, oh my God, I love your show. I'm out at Hopkins Park, and little kids is like, that's Hollywood.
That's Buddy.
Yeah. So,
Can I give a couple more shouts out?
yes, your show.
One, Anthony Cripe, and his family for what they've endured this year, and a woman, I don't know, a lot of people know of her, but they call her Popcorn, and she lost her husband.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, not too
Shout out to
long. Shout out to
R.I.P.
Popcorn, love her, man. She like legend.
Yeah, OG. That was the first person to put them hands on me. I ain't know she boxed, bro. Like in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Showed you how to do it, huh?
19, 20, 21.
Yep,
talking
yep.
shit. Yep. We was at the park hooping. And she's like, well, you know, I
she
box
could
too.
hoop too, yeah,
She
she
can
could
hoop
hoop.
too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, man, Pop, you can't box. You got us on this hooping. But came to the garage where I used to have it set up at.
Yeah.
Whooped my ass, bro. 3 rounds straight. I never... Popcorn gave me the worst ass whooping, male or female,
Much
I've
respect.
ever got.
Hands.
Much love.
Straight hands, bro. Laughing the whole
Absolutely
time.
I bet.
Legendary.
Yeah, I was
That's
pissed.
love.
Yeah, that's a lady.
True Kankakee
Rest up
legend.
to her husband for sure.
Yeah, man. Losing people is hard, but
Yeah.
life gotta go on. It's just the way it works.
It seems like as we age, bro, it seems like it get harder as I age, as we lose people.
It's because you
It
have an
seem like
understanding of what's gone.
Man, bro, and it's like it seems like it just keep happening.
But it's because like when you're young, your age group isn't dying off.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as you get older, you start finding out like you're really not that invincible.
At all.
Like, all that tough stuff, I'm the hardest in here and all that. I get all these. No, bro.
Find out real
You're
fast,
gone
bro.
and nothing matters about you anymore.
Yeah.
At all. Nobody.
They mourn you
think
for a
about
couple
you.
weeks and then
they forget all about you. You
they
might as
move
well
on.
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Appreciate your moment, y'all.
Yeah.
At some point, there will be more time gone by after you're gone than there was before you were here.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
That's how you cut the show.
We out of here, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh,
Hey, don't be shooting with no Android.
God,